Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. I've got a Grail haul for y'all. I'm very excited about this, and hopefully this doesn't give it away, but yeah, look at that. This is one of my original toys from back in the day. Check that out. Man, they even have the metal rivets and everything. He's so loose, but you know, it works. So anyway, that'll probably hold for about 5 seconds. This is a book. This first book is a book that is it's my Spider-Man Grail. And the reason that I say that is because, of course, there's AF-15 number AF-15, right? I'd love to have that. Any of the early Spider-Man appearances, of course, amazing, ASM1, Amazing Spider-Man #1. But to me, this book is hands down the most affordable low number appearance of a major character. To me, to get anything under the first 10 appearances of Spider-Man for like under $100 is a huge thing to me, especially in any kind of decent condition. So I present to you Strange Tales Annual #2. This is the 4th appearance of Spider-Man. So if you all are unfamiliar with, of course, it's a fantastic cover to me. Now, some people may not like it. It's got kind of the funny colors at the top. I love that about it. It's 72-page special. It's not an Amazing Spider-Man book as far as the title goes, but it's certainly a killer cover there. And I love how they didn't put the Spidey logo on his chest. That just to me signifies that it's early. This is only the 4th appearance of Spider-Man, his first crossover as well, first appearance out of AF-15 or ASM. And there he is battling the Human Torch. It says the Amazing Spider-Man face to face with the Human Torch. It says the Marvel Comics group ushers in the Marvel Age of Comics. And over here it says this long-awaited, it's the fourth appearance of Spider-Man. This long-awaited epic-length thriller is only one of the many wonderful features within these unforgettable pages. So, if you're familiar with the Strange Tales title, the first annual is all reprints. The second annual, this one, there's only 2. The first story is this new story written by Stan Lee. The cover is by Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby. So I wonder which elements are which. Maybe someone in the chat can be more informative to that. The backgrounds to me look like Kirby. I would say that the Torch and Spider-Man to me look both like Ditko. But if you tell me that's a Kirby Torch, I would probably believe it. And that's got to be a Ditko Spider-Man, though. There's no way Kirby would have drawn him like that. But anyway, and I would say that that they did the backgrounds. I'd say Kirby did those too, but could have been Ditko. Who knows? So I hope y'all appreciate that. The first story is a new Spider-Man story and Human Torch story, and that's why it is a 4th appearance as opposed to just a reprint. So, and then the rest of the book has various other stories that are also decent, but I mean, 4th appearance of Spider-Man, and I'm telling you, you guys can get this book for relatively, inexpensive. It's relatively inexpensive. Of course, when you consider all the other books out there that are, keys, of course, then there's a lot to be said for that. But to me, this for me is my Spider-Man Grail. It's not necessarily a key. I don't know that I would call it a key. Story wise, it's not a key. Now it's a key book because it's his first team up, it's the first out of title, that's all key about it, I suppose. But overall, it's just that it's the 4th appearance of Spider-Man, and that's huge for me. Probably as close as I'll get in my collection. Now, does that mean that I don't have the money or the resources to track down an AF-15? AF-15 sell every day. If anyone wants one, they're out there for sale. ASM #1, 2, 3, 4, everything up to 10. Those are readily available. There's no scarcity to those books. There's a crap ton of them out there, and you can get one whenever you want. So, but for the money, in my opinion, since I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, to get this book, the 4th appearance, that's plenty good enough for me. So that gets my seal of approval. So, all right. So next up, some books that I picked up. That was the big book, but we've got several more to go through. We got Bounty Hunters #1. I picked up the Boba Fett variant. Very happy with that. Very cool. I also picked up the blank sketch cover. When I pick these up, I don't always show them off, but I picked this blank sketch cover because I like to go to conventions when those start back up and get quick sketches done on them. And at some point, I'd like to get Mandalorian and a Baby Yoda on one. So I feel like if I did it just right, there's an empty space in my wife's corner of the comic room. You can kind of see it. Let's see. There's a space right there. That little gap right there up there. And that's just big enough for another comic cover. And if I get a really, really good Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, she won't be able to say no. So we'll be hanging it up there. There's Wolverine #2. Adam Kubert art. Not bad. It's okay. I did not pre-order any more than those. I just picked up 1 and 2, so I don't think it's going to matter right now anyway. Thank you to the person in the chat who turned me onto this book. I'm sorry, I meant to look it up beforehand, but when I had shown my Storm cover recently on Instagram, and someone hit me up and said, hey, those covers for Black Panther have some really, really good Storm art on them. So I had to check that out, and sure enough, he was right. And boy, look at this. Let's see if I can find this real quick, because it couldn't have been too bad. Too many people commented on that. So I guess it must have been on the video. So, oh well. Here you go. Black Panther #8. Frank Cho. That looks pretty good. So if you're the person that commented on that video, please say in the comments below. I'll give you credit. But check that out. Black Panther #8. Great Storm cover. And actually, that's the A cover by Frank Cho. And then there's also this B cover by Frank Cho as well. So Black Panther #8, the variant there. Storm looking stormy. Check that out, y'all. Get a close up on that. That's fantastic. Look at that sun necklace she's got there. That's really cool. Check that out. Very nice. Cool. A little gap there. Very cool. Love that book. Thanks for the tip on that. We got Superman Batman #13. Check this out. This is a great Michael Turner cover. Supergirl. Can't go wrong there. Fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Trying not to go crazy picking up a bunch of Michael Turners. I actually sold a bunch of my Michael Turner recently, but I could not pass that one up. Had to grab it. And here is Legion of Monsters, Morbius, the Living Vampire. Maybe these books will cool down a little bit because I was having a lot of trouble finding this book a couple of months ago. So glad to have this. This is the Greg Land cover. Now I have, which it's all, it's Greg Land, but I have 3 of the other ones. No. I think there's 4 total. It's Man-Thing, Werewolf by Night, Morbius, and then there's like a Satana or something like that. It's not Zatanna, but it's Satana, like Satan or something. So that's the only one I'm missing. So I'm looking forward to picking that up. But until then, I'm going to get them all signed by Greg Land, assuming we get all these conventions up and running again soon. Oh, there's another Greg Land book. Here is X-Men Phoenix End Song. I've never been crazy about this cover. I really like the Jean Grey or Phoenix or whatever you want to call her on the cover, but I was never crazy about like Wolverine's bluish stubble there. I was never crazy about that. But other than that, I liked it pretty well, and I found it for $1. So what can you do? Well, that's it, everybody. That's my haul. We'll show this one more time. Strange Tales Annual #2. I'm telling you, go out and get this book. It's very inexpensive for what it is. I would say a mid grade probably run you a little more, but if you're willing to take a low grade like I was, I cleaned this book. I haven't pressed it. I just don't think it needs it. It's not going to improve it that much, but it was very dirty when I got it. So I improved it at least a grade by getting it and cleaning it up. So if you guys have a chance to get this book, I highly recommend it. Check that out. SpiderMan, kicking arse, taking names. Yeah, man, that's killer. All right, well, you guys check that out, and remember, read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye bye.